way too many empty vessels going around, way too many empty barrels going around, asking for me, premium. And then you're not giving the same value. It's not going to work that way. If you've ever suffered from people pleasing or wanting to be the nicest girl in the room, this one is for you. See, for some people, taking up space comes naturally to them. They walk into any room, they just take up space. They just fill the room. They just show up. I mean, some people are a little obnoxious, like the woman I met in my son's school this morning. So we're all, sitting in an office waiting to be attended to. From nowhere, there's a couple people on the queue, by the way. There's a lot of people waiting. From nowhere, I see a tall, beautiful woman go all the way from the back of the room and zoom right through all of us like we're invisible and starts to have a conversation with the clerk and starts to tell her what she needs. And I'm just like, okay, hold on. What's going on here now? That's not what I'm talking about. That's just being rude. But I think about my experience at the spa. I went and got my nails done a few days ago. And I sat there and I asked for pink. I love pink. I love bright colors, period. If you know anything about me, you know that I just love colors. So I asked for a pink nail polish and she put it on. By the way, she was almost done, okay? She put it on like just the first layer and, all nails covered and everything. And I look at it, I'm like, that's not what I thought that color was. Excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to upset you, but do you mind just changing the color? I changed my mind. That's not what I thought the color was going to turn out to be in. And she tried to convince me here and there and went, oh, it's okay. It will look okay when I put the second coat on. I was like, no, I know exactly what I want and it's not that pink. I know the pink that would look okay when you put a second coat. But anyways, without even getting into the details of, the nail color, the point was I was able to stop the whole show, get her to take up what she did before and get her to give me this color that I really absolutely love. Now, a couple years ago, I would never have been able to do something like that because I would say, well, she's already gone too far. I should have said something earlier. I feel bad. I don't want her to feel like I don't appreciate her. So I'm just going to manage the nails like that and go about my business like that. And I said, no, we're not doing that. And I stopped the whole show and she did it and I loved it. And I was very grateful for it. And I expressed to her how grateful I was that she took the time to listen to me and take it down and put the color that I like. Now let's come back to taking up space and filling the room. For some people, like I said, it comes more natural to come into a room and want to be seen, want to be heard, want to be attended to. For some of us, we like to sneak in there, make sure everyone is being taken care of, make sure everyone is catered to first before we say, hey, I want this, or hey, I've been waiting for a long time. Now, I found out that in the business world, in corporate world and business, if you wait to be handed over the permission slip to speak, the permission slip to ask for a raise, the permission slip to raise your prices, the permission slip to be, do, and have all that you want to be, do, and have, the permission slip to launch a new program, you will wait for a very long time because oftentimes people are not willing to hand that over to you easily. And even when you ask for it, sometimes they wouldn't hand it over to you. For my girls who want to make sure that everyone is happy, listen, I'm that girl and there's nothing wrong with making sure that people are happy. I think that's just simply being kind. Now, you've got to know that there's a difference between being kind and being nice. The Bible talks to us about love is kind, love is patient, love is tolerant, love is gentle. Because you see, there's a lot of narratives going on the internet talking about energy for energy, aura for aura, tit for tat. That's not what I'm preaching here, okay? I'm saying that you can be kind. You should be kind. As a matter of fact, 1 Corinthians 13 urges us to be kind. This is what love is, okay? So I'm not of that school of thought of, oh, woke generation, treat people how they treat you, energy for, That's not what the Bible says. I go by what the Bible says. However, it's important to know when you've stopped being kind and you start shrinking, or you stop being kind to yourself and start shrinking and making sure, wanting to make sure everybody's happy at your own detriment. So it's self-damaging. It sends a message to yourself that you're not worth it. You're not good enough. You are not a person that should be taken seriously until the world will respond to you the exact way you let it. Yes? Okay. So today I wanted to admonish us and I wanted to send you a reminder to say that the girl is who are making the kind of money they want to make in their business, the girlies who are being the city set upon the hill that cannot be hidden, the light of the world and the salt of the earth are not hiding. The girlies who are the children of God, who the Bible speaks of in Isaiah 60 verse 1, arise and shine and let your light shine and let the glory of the Lord come over you, and not hiding. They're not self-sabotaging. They're not putting themselves last just to make sure that everybody walks over them. That's not what that means, okay? It's important, okay? Because there's a lot of narratives on the internet talking about self. We have a whole generation of people who are selfish and just want to focus on themselves and think about themselves only. This is not what I am talking about. I'm talking about being kind to yourself. I'm talking about speaking up for yourself. I'm talking about advocating for yourself. I'm talking about self-agency. I'm talking about asking to be paid what you truly want to be paid, asking to be treated the way that you want to be treated, asking for the best, showing up in the room and expecting to be treated good, showing up in the room and expecting to deliver value. Because here's the other part of this, okay? We're not going about saying me, treat me well, me first, all that good stuff, without putting out the value in the world, the commensurate value, because there's way too many empty vessels going around, way too many empty barrels going around asking for me, premium, and then you're not giving the same value. It's not going to work that way. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about today. I hope you picked up one or two things. Like I said, I have some coaching spots open in the month of September for people who are constantly looking for permission slips, so people who are constantly thinking smaller than you know that God would have you be, where God will have you be, for people who are constantly dimming their lights because you're afraid to shine. Send me a message and let's fix it right away, because we cannot move forward. We cannot be the light of the world and the salt of the earth and the city set upon the hill if we have not worked through these little foxes. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye. God bless you. Mwah.